Hi there guys, my name is Matt Brown. I'm the host of the global media platform, The Matt Brown Show, and I'm also the CEO of Show Works Media. We work with entrepreneurs and CEOs really in the context of helping them to scale their influence. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about this amazing concept called influence leveraged growth. Cool, so let's get into that right now. So what exactly is influence leverage growth, right? I hear you asking. Well, great question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this down section by section. And so there's three sections here: influence, then leverage, then growth. So let's start with influence. So in business, influence is really everything, right? It can be the difference between making a sale or losing a sale, landing a customer to your business or losing it to a competitor. And I think this idea of influence is largely misunderstood because it's so intangible for many of us as CEOs and entrepreneurs. So here's what you need to know. Influence is ultimately the ability to persuade, to convince, and to sell. It is the understanding of what people want and finding a way to give it to them. Influence is also about power, not this kind of power, but certainly it's about power in business and about being able to make things happen. It's also about knowing the right people and having the right connections. And so with my media platform, The Matt Brown Show, I have this incredible global network of New York Times bestselling authors, the CEOs of some of the most exciting, biggest companies in the world. And that is all through the influence that I've been able to generate through my own media platform, The Matt Brown Show. So that is what influence is really about. And just to end on that one, the key to increasing your influence is building really a strong reputation and a network that can drive your net worth as a CEO, entrepreneur, and ultimately as a business. That is what influence is about. So let's get on to this idea of leverage. So what does leverage mean? Well, simply said, leverage is a way to go 10x for a 1x input. Now, imagine for a moment that you could leverage your influence, right? So that every time you took an action, you would get a 10 times return. What would that mean for your business? Now, if you're like me, it would mean a hell of a lot, right? The ability to keep doing 10x return activities to ultimately get your business to scale and grow into the areas and revenue sizes that you want. And so that's the power of leverage, right? It's about getting more value out of every effort that you make. So what I want to do is actually demonstrate how my media platform is driving influence and leverage at scale. So let's look at that now. So here's the context for this. So for example, imagine you shot a thought leadership video just like this one, and you could create 10 times the amount of content out of this one shoot as it's shared and repurposed across different platforms. Now, imagine also for a moment that you could leverage your resources to create what is kind of like an influence-driven ripple effect that really leads to even more growth. And with technology, it's even easier to do, and also with social media. So let's get into a real-world example. So this is my LinkedIn profile. And what you are seeing here is all interviews from that are conducted on my media platform, The Matt Brown Show, and all these businesses here: Freestar, Vero Technologies, Facet, PayTalk, Freestar, Zilliant, Acumatica. These companies with massive followings have been sharing my content without me doing anything. This is an example of 10x leverage. Here's another example. This is my Twitter, same story, right? Acumatica, Secrets of Scale, John Case, Haiku, Simon Taylor, Andrew Krastalski, CEO of Realware, Clear Systems, Haiku again, Acumatica, Astraya Technology, Zilliant, Acurus. All these guys pair in, all sharing my content, Revel, Applied Digital, Sphinx, and so on and so forth, without me doing any work. This is an example of what leverage really means. So I created influence through my media platform, and then without me doing anything, I got a 10x return because of all these companies sharing our interview together or my content from my podcast and media platform. That is an example of what I mean by leverage. So let's take this into where it really matters, and it's about growth, right? Community growth, revenue growth, and so on and so forth. But we need to clarify a few things here. So growth is not just about making money, right? It's nice to be making more money and all that kind of stuff. That's great. But really, for effective CEOs today, it's about legacy. It's about building something that really lasts and has a positive impact on society. Now, growth can take many forms, from customer acquisition. It can even be increasing customer retention. And more importantly, talent, right? Talent attraction and culture building. These are the things that the most effective CEOs that we work with are focused on, right? Customer acquisition, retention, talent acquisition, and culture building. And so leadership is absolutely crucial in driving growth, as it inspires teams and people towards a vision of the future. And so whether you're a startup or an established business, focusing on growth is key to staying relevant and making a meaningful impact on the world. So that is what growth really means. So let's recap this. Influence-led growth. Influence is about the ability to shape opinions, drive change, and getting someone to take an action that is in your interests. What does leverage mean? It means taking a 1x input, getting a 10x return, as we've demonstrated. And growth is about financial growth, client acquisition, retaining clients, getting great people into your business, and building culture. This is what CEO influence is all about today. So I have a question for you. How are you applying influence leveraged growth in your business? What does that look like? Let me know in the comments below. What are you struggling with? I would love to hear from you. My name is Matt Brown, signing out, and I'll see you all again soon.